fellow booktubers, my name is Lauren. You're watching Dreams, Books, Courage, and today I'm going to be doing my June TBR, which is going to be quite crazy. Usually what I'll do for my TBR videos is that I will take however many books that I read in the last month, and then I will have that many books in my TBR for the next month. But for the next 3 months, I'm going to be going kind of crazy because what I'm hoping to do over the summer is read a total of 30 books, which is kind of crazy, but I also don't have a job or anything really planned out for this summer. So I'm really hoping that I can devote a lot of my time to booktube and also to reading these books and getting my TBR shelf down quite a bit. And also I want to be reading a classic every month for the next 3 months, so I also have that happening. So hopefully I'll be able to read 10 books every month for the next 3 months. And so to prepare me for that, I'm going to be going ahead and showing you guys 10 books for this month, which is crazy, and I'm not sure if I can do this, but I will most certainly try. So let's go ahead and get into these books because there are definitely quite a few to talk about. So the first book that I'm planning on finishing in June is The Heir by Kira Cass, and I actually started this in the month of May, so I'm really currently reading this book and I'm about halfway through. This is kind of like the first in a companion duology to the Selection Trilogy, so if you have not yet read the Selection Trilogy, do not pick up these books. This one is actually about Prince Maxon's daughter, so it actually takes place 18 years after the Selection Trilogy is over, and it is all about Prince Maxon's daughter, whose name is Evelyn, and she is participating in her own selection. So unlike the original Selection Trilogy, this is actually taking place from the selector instead of the selected. It is really interesting so far, but it's taken me quite a while to get through this book for some reason. I'm thinking it's because there are a lot of negative comments about this book, but so far I am finding it quite enjoyable, and I'm looking forward to where the story is headed. This is basically like The Bachelorette if the Bachelorette was a princess, and it is filled with pretty dresses and attractive guys, so it is definitely my type of book. So after that, I'm planning on picking up Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson, and within the month of June there's actually a readathon happening, which is called Month of Matson. If you want to hear more about that, then definitely check out Maureen Kiwi's channel. And I guess you can say that I'm participating in it, although I did not mean to. But I am really looking forward to reading a Morgan Matson novel. I have read Since You've Been Gone, and I did enjoy that one, so I'm really looking forward to this one. I will actually be in California by the time that this video is posted, and I know that this journey starts out in California, but it's all about traveling and going on this big road trip, so I think that it'll be a perfect book to read on the plane ride to California. This is all about a girl named Amy, and her dad just died from a car accident, and so her mom wants them to move across the country, and her mom has already left, so Amy has to find a way across the country because of course she's kind of scared of cars at the moment. So her mom gets her best friend's son to actually drive Amy, and that son of course is Roger, and they go on this big road trip across the country, and obviously they take an epic detour along the way. I'm really looking forward to this one because it has like a lot of playlists and menus and just a bunch of fun things within it, so I think that it'll be really fun to read about their travels while I am also traveling. It just looks like such a cute book and perfect for summer, so I'm really looking forward to this read. After that, I'm planning on reading a book that I was planning on reading last month since it was a May release, and that is End of Days by Susan E. I'm really looking forward to diving into this book and finishing the Penryn and the End of Days trilogy. Obviously, I can't really give you a synopsis since this is the final book of a trilogy, but the first book of Angel Fall is about a girl named Penryn, and she has to band together with this angel named Rafi to find her sister. This takes place in a post-apocalyptic world in which evil angels are trying to take over Earth. It is super interesting and fast-paced and action-packed, and I just love this trilogy. I've heard great things about this third book so far, and so I'm really looking forward to diving into it. I read the first 2 books in the month of April, and so I'm really looking forward to finishing out this trilogy. This next book I actually planned on reading before I went to California, but I'm going to have to read it after. And that book is Everything Leads to You by Nina LaCour. I don't know much about this book, but I do know that it takes place in California and has something to do with filmmaking, so that does sound very interesting. It is about a girl who is house sitting for her brother, I'm thinking, and he tells her to do something fun over the summer, and this is just kind of about her adventure and her just kind of breaking out of her shell, I'm guessing. This has a beautiful cover, and I've heard pretty great things about this. I know that it kind of deals with LGBT sort of things, so I'm really looking forward to that facet of it as well. Even though I'm reading this after I go to California, I'm just looking forward to, I guess, reminiscing over like the week that I had there. It sounds like an awesome book, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what it's all about. After that, I am planning on finishing out a trilogy, and that is the Maze Runner trilogy. So I have the Scorch Trials and also the Death Cure. And of course, both of these are by James Dashner. A lot of people don't really like this series, but I thought that The Maze Runner was okay, and I'm looking forward to seeing where the story goes. I already own the rest of the trilogy, so I thought I might as well finish it out. This summer, I'm planning on finishing a lot of the series that I own, so this is definitely high on that list since I've already started it. For those of you who do not know, The Maze Runner is about a guy who ends up in this world in which there are only boys, and they're trying to get out of this maze, but they don't really know how. And then a girl shows up one day, and it just goes kind of crazy from there. It is pretty interesting, and a lot of things happen within it, so I'm looking forward to where this trilogy is going, because the first book definitely left me with a lot of questions. And then after I finish out that trilogy, I want to read the prequel novel, and that is The Kill Order by James Dashner. I think this is kind of showing like the events leading up to how they got into this maze in the first place and how all this stuff happened in this world. I really love it whenever dystopians explain how they happen and how they work, and so I'm really hoping that that's what this novel will be doing. I haven't really heard anyone talk about it, so I'm kind of going into it blind, but I am looking forward to seeing how this world works. After that, I'm going to be reading my classic for the month, which is The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. And this is a very old copy of the book, but I am looking forward to this because if you guys have been subscribed to me for a while, you know that I had previously read The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, and I really enjoyed that novel. So I'm looking forward to this one as well. Although Huck Finn is more for a young adult and Tom Sawyer is more for middle grade, I'm still looking forward to seeing how this novel is. I'm thinking it is also an episodic novel, and I really like that facet of these books. I think that this novel is pretty self-explanatory. It is about Tom Sawyer and his adventures that he goes on as a boy. This is definitely a book that I feel like everyone needs to read at least once in their life, so I'm really looking forward to reading it this month. It just seems like a great summer read, and so I'm pretty excited about it. After that, I'm actually going to be rereading a book, which I don't do very often, but I do love this one, and that is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Most of you probably already know that I love John Green, and I definitely love this book. It is my favorite book of all time, and this will be my third time rereading it. I'm trying to reread it every single year in the month of June, so I'm really looking forward to doing this for a third time. I'm sure all of you know about this book, and probably a lot of you have read this book. It is about a girl named Hazel and a guy named Augustus. And Augustus used to have cancer, but now it's in remission, and Hazel currently has quite a bad form of cancer. And this is just their love story told in a very beautiful way, and I just love this so much. I am planning on doing a book review on this, so if you guys want to see that, definitely tell me down below. I know I'm kind of late on doing it, but it is my favorite book of all time, and I would love to do a discussion on telling you why it is so dear to me and why I love it so much, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. And the last book that I plan on reading in the month of June is P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. This was actually a May release, and I have not gotten to it yet, but I'm really looking forward to it. This is the sequel from To All the Boys I've Loved Before, which was just such an adorable love story, and I'm really looking forward to this because I'm sure it'll go more into Lara Jean and her love interest life now, and I'm just really looking forward to how Lara Jean grows up. But the first one was adorable, and I'm really planning on this one being just as adorable. But I really love Jenny Han's writing style, so I think that I will love this one as well. I've heard some mixed things about it, but I'm really hoping to get to it this month. Those are all the books that I am planning on reading in the month of June, and I know that it's a lot, but hopefully I will be able to get to at least most of them. They seem like they'll just be amazing books to read, and I'm just really looking forward to all of them. I'd love to know down below which of these books you would want to see a book discussion over, and also if you guys have been to California in the LA and Anaheim area, I would love to know what your favorite places are, so maybe I can check them out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. I'm gonna go get back to reading.